Welcome to the another episode of Abstract Thesis series. In this series, we are digging deep into the Power BI concepts. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for our new video. Hello and welcome to another video of Abstract Thesis series. And in today's video, we are trying to find out the last item in a group or last status or maybe the last value. So for that, I have one data. Now the data is like here, like ID, date and status. And every date the status is changing. So what I want to know here is I want to get this row basically where the list status is closed. Basically the last status is closed. So I want ID1, I should get this row. And for ID2, the last is 3-1, which is March 1, 2022. I want to get this row, last row. So these two rows are something which I want. So basically now this ID could be employee ID, this ID could be any group category, this date could be date, this could be a version, any incremental column which can help you in identifying what is the last. So whenever we talk about last or latest, we need something which defines the latest. Either it is a version, it's a date, something which should define. And on that latest, what do you want to find out? It could be status, it could be value, it could be amount, something could be there. So all these use cases are same. So what we want here is we want to take this data and want to find out these two rows. Okay. So let's copy this data first of all. So I'm going to copy this data. I can actually load the Excel, but I'm going to copy this data and go to Power BI. And in the Power BI under the Home tab, I have entered data. I'm going to enter the data, copy paste. And see, this is how you can copy paste from Excel. So from Excel, you select the data and simply go ahead and paste it. There is a limitation how much you can put into the enter data, but within that limitation, you should be able to copy paste. So I rename this table and say load. And the data is getting loaded. Now data is loaded. So let's look at the data and try to find out is there any issue with this data. So ID1, all the dates have come correctly. Jan, Feb, March 2, ID Jan, Feb 2. So this is the row which I'm looking forward and this is the row which I'm looking forward. So data seems correct, and let's look at the data type. This data type is basically whole number, but I don't want any aggregation on this data. So I want to say don't summarize. So whenever I put in the visual, I don't want it to get summarized. So I'm simply saying it don't summarize. Date is fine. And right now the setting is to have the data hierarchy. So I'm getting it, and status is text. So no problem with that. So if right now, if I go ahead and plot my visual, so I take ID and I take date, and date is coming as a hierarchy. So the way to correct it is basically I go to the date, and here I click on this arrow and I can say date instead of date hierarchy. So I'll get the date. So I'm getting date, I'm getting my IDs, and I would like to restrict it to this. So the first thing which we need to do is we need to create a measure which can restrict this. Okay. And not only restriction, I don't want the status of the last date on all the dates. I want only two rows. So that's my challenge. So let's begin by creating a measure. So first of all, let's create a measure. We'll call it last status or the recent status or whatever you want to call. So let's define a variable. So first of all, we define a variable to find out the last date. Okay. So how do I do? I say maxx all, let me give a name actually, underscore max. And I typically keep this underscore to differentiate that this is a variable I'm defining. So whenever you see I'm giving you underscore 1, underscore max, underscore 2, it means I'm just creating a variable. I just want to differentiate this is a variable. So I keep underscore so that even if it is matching with some of the column names, there's no confusion out there. Okay. So all selected, because we want to restrict ourselves to the data which is available to us. All selected, I say data, within the data whatever has been selected, and in the data I want to find out the max state of each ID. So we will use the row context. So to use the row context, we'll say data.id is equal to max data.id. So id is equal to max id, and once you get that, and we have forgot to put a filter over here. We have seen all selected filter. So filter all selected data max data data id is equal to max data id. So in the row, whenever we put in that row for that id, find out the max one. So it's going to, because we are taking all, it's going to ignore the row context, and in the entire set is going to search for all the IDs and in those ID, the ID should be equivalent of what is present in the row. Max data ID means whatever was present in that particular row, that ID you should take and compare it in within table and try to bring in the date. So that's what it's going to do. Now we are done with our filter, and then what we need is from that you bring us the date. So bring us the maximum date in the available data. That's why we are using all selected, and then I have done all enter, and I'm going to type return. Let me do alt enter a couple more times, and then I say calculate max, and we will say table data status. So table is data, and we will go for status, and then we will say filter. Now should I use all or all selected here? So what first I'm going to do is I'm going to use all selected here, or I should not use anything. So should I use it or should I not use it? Let's look at the difference when I use all selected. So first of all, I'm going to use all selected, and then I'm going to remove that and tell you the difference. So see this. So I say all selected, and then I say because I've used all selected, then I have to say ID data ID equals to max ID, isn't it? Max ID and status, not status, date. Let's scroll and find out. Date equals to underscore max. Then what should I return? We are already returning status there. Filter. This is filter clause. So we got the last status. Now let's go ahead and do this. Let's bring in this column here. Now what is happening here? Look at this. It's giving me the last status, not filtering out right now. And the reason it's not filtering because we have used that all selected. So all selected is ensuring it's again in the second statement, not in the first statement. In the first statement it is necessary. In the second statement, because we have made all selected, it's able to find out that last date, and because the date is also, because I'm searching for that ID and the max date, and I'm able to find out the status for that particular row also. So what should I do? I should remove this. I'm simply removing it. And now you see I got March 2nd and get March. But do I need this now? Do I really need this ID equal to ID? So I remove this. And we're still with something. This thing. Now, there is one more function which we know. That is known as last non-blanks value. Can't that help us out? Okay. So let's experiment with this, and what's going to be different. So let's take this again, copy paste, and remove this last status, and let's create one more thing, which is last status 1, and we know there is something known as last non-blank value. So we say this is a last non-blank value. Can that gives us, so for last non-blank value for what? So we say date. So take the last non-blank value date and take the max of status. And why we max of status? If there is more than one status, then we need to take some kind of aggregation. So we say okay, this and this, and we bring in this. It doesn't give, it gives the same thing, no difference. The reason being, in the row context, the last known blank, how far it is traveling? It is traveling for a date. Now, if I remove this date from here, see, it is giving me the correct status, closed and open. So if I bring the date here, let me bring it again. So the date is in the context. I need to remove that context. So, okay, to remove the context, we know calculate. We say filter, all selected, data ID equals to max ID. So we can say, okay, you can go across the ID now. And we close this, we close filter, and we close calculate. Now it is all closed. But the challenge again here, look at this. We are able to get the last status, but right now what is happening here in this one is basically there is no way the filtering is getting applied. There's no one who's forcing the filter to stay on the last state. Okay. So we are getting the IDs, we are moving across that ID and doing all those things, but nobody is forcing that date to be filtered. Okay. So date is not getting filtered out here. So that's the reason ID. Fine. So that's the reason one. Now, well, we'll try one more stuff and then let's wrap it up. So can we say here add data.date equals to max data.date. You might come across this thing. Okay. And again, it's same, because see, the date which has been picked up is again from the same context, and that's why it is not going to work here. So we have to bring the date from outside. We have to go ID compare, bring in the date, put it as a filter, and then do it. Okay. So even if you want to use the last non-blank, it's good if you use that last non-blank when date is not in the context. Now, one thing which I can do here is, anyway, so I can do one thing here. I can go and say max date here, isn't it? For the latest. So either I follow the approach which I follow in the first one, even if I want to use last non-blank, I need to finally get it filtered, or I take the latest date, means I just keep ID, and if your value, you also, whatever you want, you need to have from latest. So for all the other than ID, whatever fields are there, you have to make sure that like status, you have to bring them using the formula like last non-blank date, using that one. You have to take the max of the date and you can do it, or you follow this approach, okay, where you actually get this filtered out. Now sometime what you can do, instead of using this, and let's do one more thing, is I'm going to create this visual again. Let me copy paste this, and instead of last status, let's bring in status. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the filter and I take this last status and I say is not blank, and I say apply. It's giving me same answer. So you will ask me why you're trying this out. It's giving the same answer. Why not to add major? Think about a situation where you have, let's say, 5-7 more such things which you want on the last date. Now, are you going to write down for all of them the formulas, or easier to have this one major and use it as a filter? Think and decide. So do let me know how do you like this video. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.